kusha una kabo na adu this na sa cast TV uti program Saloon for Better. And me people as una ki understand this now regular weekly program as una ki understand the All People Congress they be get some situation where at least they get forget another members in the organization and the political party we grew up for become NRM, we can call them NRM inside the APC. They be get some chamots, you know, like mama and daddy papa business way at least them say they get for settle because there are certain things then they will be then at the constitution where they look no more say if the big one elect you, then select you. Then say no enough for the day. It will be election. So all anything and they I make them form the NRM for let them straighten the All People Congress for let it be democratically without the people they elect. Now they go choose because some stand them be day before elections. So man they say na me bobo and the election no like na constituency 115. Then they go plot and they say na this one. So now that's all the NRM they look. Then form and say the APC party for reform. But today we go bring una can somebody who don't go from a low level to the end from the NRM. Now I don't go as the deputy chairman. We not to nobody. Now Alfred Conteh within the diaspora. Alfred Conteh would welcome you to say Cast TV.
Thank you for having me again. You know, Sierra Cast, like I say, when I say don't grow up to this level, you know, I remember when I start, and I really appreciate having me here today. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, this will not go waste time because I look like say, una the NRM, the APC, una na APC picking them, but the APC na the big pepper. Una the NRM na the small pepper. We no say small pepper na salo one pass the big pepper. You know, so what would they look at here now? I want as you don't become the deputy chair for the National Reformation Movement, una the NRM way under the APC, una na APC picking them. Would they look say I want to let you talk something today about Dr. Sylvia Online Kablaini with others who then they call say an escoma for go. Deputy Chair, what you want to say about that, sir?
Well, I think then coming too late because we start this from way even before the elections, where I think by Mahmoud go declare an Eskuruma chairman for life. Una we know me, be no say I be opposed to that. I don't criticize an Eskuruma. From when I've been president, say no for be chairman for life. So really, people like Sylvia Blyden and others, we not go into biting because we not see say waiting them in the talk. Not to be anything new. Now I make the NRM not jump into that. But I think the position where you been take on the day one, I think it make series of audios. Somebody send that audio to me, Sylvia Yon, who I call for an Eskuruma in resignation. Now the audio good, you know. While listening, I say, okay, it look like it don't come to his senses. Then the next day he issue audio usai a poto. What I mean, it come with apologies and then he tell people why him feel say an Eskuruma for go is because they're not a call an ANAC meeting. So that's the typical Sylvia. The problem is the people always don't call for an Eskuruma in resignation. These are people who really not to be what we can call Tigi APC people. These are people where an Eskuruma bring. I mean the voices where they come, this behind him, where they ask for let an Eskuruma go. These are people where an Eskuruma been bringing to APC. We don't benefit. You know, you talk of Mohammed Bangura, the guy where we all know say that's in England. Now he don't call say an Eskuruma must go, but all this happened, especially Sylvia Yon. Sylvia Yon happened because Sylvia been get inside information, something similar to what we say now the NRM been get. The information we been get was August 31st, and Eskuruma been for come say he don't resign, and then the APC been for go ahead when and get a convention. Then for reappoint him, because during the convention, we them one get if we be under what we call state of emergency, and state of emergency according to the 1995 Constitution, it give the APC the right it give the NAC member the right for going to full gear selection, because now the reason that's where the selection clause been there. So they want to do that for invoke that. So Sylvia faint say Anes Koroma they can't left. So he jump gun say Anes Koroma must go. So if Anes Koroma before resign August 31st, Sylvia been for grab and take that credit, say, oh, now me make Anes Koroma go. But it turned out say Anes Koroma not resign. So Sylvia own what do you call it? Calculation, now be miscalculation. So but the next day, the next audio way issue come out, it just rubbish everything, you know. It's saying they call for Anes Koroma resignation because they're not a call an ANAC meeting. So that makes everything just dwindle.
Quick question. I don't know if you can explain to the viewers what is the importance of Anes Koroma resigning. Why you feel say if or resign, and what is the importance of that?
Well, Anes Koroma, if you look at the problem where they get, if you look at the problem where would they get, you don't understand. Anes Koroma not to stranger to to all the problems, you know. Anes Koroma now the reason why not to just APC but the country they are with so, you know. So I know say that phone they ring.
Right.
But the reason we the Sele resign is Anes Koroma is the problem. It's been the problem within the APC. It's been the problem for the country as a whole. Because I believe say if Anes Koroma been don't allow let the APC do waiting the constitution allow the APC for do. Today na APC president will forget a salon and things for they go better. So I think that's one of
talk a little bit about some of the problems so people don't go, you know.
Oh, you want to know about Anes Koroma problems, right?
Yeah, why if you say he's
Well,
a problem?
In fact, what happened, information come out say, because even for resign on the 31st, like I say. And that very 31st, the Friday, which was the 28th of August, he meet with former ministers and he meet with former parliamentarians. And he go there again, he declare, say, he get intention for run again, right? So the question where Alma asks is, if Anes Koroma really mean him, say he want run again, me they ask, say, on what platform Anes Koroma want run for chairman? Because I tell you something, for like you don't hold the party from 2001. From 2001, this is not 2020, they talk 19 years, okay? They don't hold this party. You know, you will not get nothing will go point to say, this man don't develop this party to this level. If we're going to Anes Koroma record, you know, now one bad decision after another, as sitting chairman and leader, almost elections that we don't lose. We don't lose so many elections, you know. Number one, Anes Koroma, when you look at the basic logo, we'll not go to the beginning and all. We'll just come to the last convention. The last convention, the mandate where they give him, now being for let he win election and expand the party. He lost the elections, woefully. And after that, almost elections we don't lose. So many other elections. We lost the one at Tonko Limba, and then again we lost them because he not do the right thing. You get place like Tonko Limba, also you get Ambassador Dauda Kamara. You know what I mean? You get Sam Sise, you get Petito. These are all people who come on at that district. These are heavyweights. The time come, the opportunity for let them put somebody where go oversee the election. What did Anes Koroma do? As chairman and leader, he appoints Richard Conteh. Richard Conteh now from Bombali district. For go na Cambia district. For go oversee election. So these are the problem we'll get. You're gonna put local. Potloko don't give it 10 for 10 seats. Then get election at Potloko. Wait till an Eskoromadu. They bring in Lansana Fadika from Western area for go oversee election at Potloko. You know? I mean, we just lost election. Even to student union election, we lost them. So why anybody in this world will say, Lord, put this man again for headway? You know?
So one of the problems is that, you know, they win election.
You know, politics now for win election. Okay. It just sounds like business now profit. You know, they do business for loss all the time. The same with politics. So you know, they go there for go loss election. The man not they win election.
What in usually the position of the president will make sure say you win? I mean, are you responsibility that?
Oh, the president? Say that again, I know.
Is it the responsibility of the president for make sure say you win the election, or?
No, well, the chairman of the party, right? Your job now for pay attention to the party. No, look, the man not they pay attention to the party. And in fact, like what I tell you, through APC, where you get the party at heart, you not go left all these heavyweights they want to call. You go bring somebody from Bombali for go, then a sell game. You take somebody from Western area for go oversee Potloko election. You say you get powerful people like the Honorable Ibrahim Bundu. You know what I mean? You get Kemosi Seden. You get all these people in there. You left them all. You bring Lansana Fadika from Freetown for go oversee election na Potloko. So you know, take the party serious. Now make when they beat party members, then they jail them, then they kill them, then they intimidate them, then they do everything, and not ever open the mouth and say one word. You know what I mean? So for let's say one run again, I think an insult to we all at the APC. Don't forget about the NRM, but an insult to we all. You know, the man not get record for run on at all. You not get nothing where you tell anybody.
Okay. Yeah, me people who now just they join. They talk to the current vice chairman for the National Reformation Movement. When at the NRM, we NRM under the All People Congress, and when Alfred Conteh. Mr. Alfred Conteh, okay, we waiting na the negotiation right now. They go on between the APC and the NRM because understand say una get case na court where we make una stop the last convention way for happen. So waiting at the case, waiting they go on na court, sir.
Well, once again, the case then a court still a go on. One mean in Ledonde. If na any other country, because we filed this injunction or the lawsuit on the 10th of January this year. And today all the talks on September, 6th or 7th, right? 6th. Today, September 6th. So in 3 more days, we'll go there with a talk of 9 months from all file. The APC now get one answer for we. For say, hey, this lawsuit on our file, now we answer this, let's go into trials. APC no able reply till now because they no get answer. Now we look and say we all na APC, we all na one party. We decide for go and put forward proposal to then say, hey, a better law go this way than the courts come and can shut una down, you know, because the lawsuit was against legitimacy. A better let we go into this thing in a way where we, right, we talk unto we self, we come up with something. So, but before we start, we say we need somebody, we go represent the party, and the person will send we for go represent the party, the person will then give we for represent the party, come to we say, hey, APC don't give me the green light, let mediate between una, between NRM and them. So we give this person with documents. From all give them with documents, I think 9 weeks they go so. Not a single word. So what we know na the APC, the party now way be say strong. But I believe say Eskoroma don't do everything for damage this party to the point where we're not going to function. I mean, think about it. 9 weeks. We they tell you say, okay, let's do this thing, let's we talk, let's meet halfway. We go do this, we go negotiate. We will pull the case in a court. They don't care. The man doesn't, you know what I mean? So these are all the things. So the court case they go on. We no one let the worst happen, which is the court system then can call the case at any time and then give verdict. And that verdict will go down in history. Because I know say Salone people feel say they can able to reverse verdict. Once it goes down, it goes down. It will be in the archive. It will be part of an Escoroman legacy that's na court remover. In Comping the Hall, when you go to the late Chukuma Johnson, who been there the APC, as court case come, the first thing they do, then they resign, then they dissolve the executive. But in not do them, the man just want hold on. And now they talk say one run. Now I ask, I say on what record? You know what I mean? This go again for people who have been don't lie to, say if they can't left, in don't tire. 3 months after election, they tell we say they left. And people and they know they call me personally where they say that part don't tire, but that part don't tire. Well, you're not tired, when I still let this. And they plan for run again. You know?
Yeah, now there just one comes to when it don't announce say it run again for chairman. Uda the NRM get for puts for stand against her or APC get somebody for put against them for that position there?
Well, let me tell you something. One of the reasons we make, or one of the what we call reckless excuse, where in supporter they can give, they say the party really want go, but would I go give this party to? Would I go give the party? You know what I mean? As if we all like APC in a handicaps, you know? I they tell you, we get fine people, you know, we get people where integrity-wise, they're stronger, they get good integrity. When you come to waiting and call personality, simplicity, political savviness, then get all this quality, you know? People in the boku na APC. In fact, a typical example, now like take the Honorable Ibrahim Bundu. You don't understand. The Honorable Ibrahim Bundu, now he run parliament as majority leader, na APC, na the last parliament. The parliament been seamless. You hear any katakata? No katakata. You don't understand. This man do that. And not only that, now been chairman, now been president of the ACP, the European Union. You don't understand. The European Union and get about 25 countries in Europe and then 17 countries outside Europe. You know, the African, Caribbean, and Pacific. You understand? Then call on the ACP. The ACP look at this man, they elect him president. You know what I mean? This is the former leader of the House of Parliament. People get tremendous respect for him. You get that kind of people in there. If that man there ACN today, here in Escoroma, pass you a blind eye person, and you go say, well, I'll go to an Escoroma. Because an Escoroma not deliver one day. And I make ever conduct election for 20-something years. You don't understand. They conduct election because I not believe say they win. What an Escoroma in the tell we say, if you feel say you're popular, go form your own party. What the NRM they tell them is, if you feel say popular, like put in box. You don't understand. We defend person, like I say, you get like the Honorable Bundu. Now sleep, now night and day, it beat them in every way. It got integrity person right now. You know, one of the reasons why most of we complain as a political party, you know, they go far. Now because people they look and say, an Escoroma is the problem of most of the thing where they go on. If it be not come on, it don't subside from politics. It's sit down like how Tijan Kaba they all been do. You know? Then let we wrestle this thing, political opposition to the ruling party, then we go to able to do things. But from where the man did it dead. The man is dead and dead. And they can't tell people say one run back. Run for waiting. You know what I mean? What you don't do when make you feel say one run. Students' union election would they lost them. You know? So anyway, I don't know if I don't go too much.
yeah, but yes, yeah. Wait till I just recap. I remember one day we cover our meeting, just after elections, we then formed that 9-man committee. I don't know if Sylvia Blythe will be part of them. Where Canada, the United States, I will see where they challenge them because I mean I think say now like come here where they change because now the very post where they say an Escoma for go now I remember we be the challenge you to make we lost elections. They say not to an Escoma fault. I don't know if you remember.
I remember.
Where we talk to you say like calm down. In fact, the late man not be die itself. Where Sylvia be the defend an Escoma. So like we personally we surprised where na in they can grab. They talk say an Escoma for go, but like if it's grown like that, no can do athletic sports. Like we say late. And also, I mean, finally, I will go look at this thing where NRM no get now that and get for put for contest against ANS, APC will not know that and go put. But like what you don't say, that man they completely want stick into power. Like una NRM una don't go far. And people and they also talk say, Paulo and they beat people in our tongue, so NRM they talk. You want to say something, but I wait to me una silence.
Well, then a good question. People don't talk, say, well, how come NRM not they talk? NRM, I want to let people understand something. Anes Koroma is the chairman of the party. You don't understand. Anes Koroma, according to the way it treats APC members and supporters, it is show we say get power in a week. You don't understand. If NRM go to a party office, then they attack we. You know what I mean? If NRM do anything within the APC, people in the way they attack. Because these are the people where Anes Koroma don't groom, they don't pay them. You know what I mean? These are his supporters. So right now, NRM, now a pressure group for make sure say the APC democratize and make sure say somebody like Anes Koroma, because we can't sit down and allow this man again, you know what I mean, for come bulldozing way or manipulating way, for be chairman of this party again for another 3 years or 5 years, we're not going to allow that. So now we focus. You know what I mean? Any general thing where the APC party they do as a party, we they take them and we they follow. We they join them, we don't join them in everything. But when it comes to NRM as a body for go against the SLPP, we're not a political party. We're not some pressure group within the APC. So if the APC come up with strategy, say, hey, now this we want to do, NRM members think it did it. You know what I mean? But we not to people will go come challenge the SLPP openly, and the question is on what grounds? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because understand say October the convention get for day, and the last convention will be try for put an injunction na put lock away and stop. We later on understand say no be recognized on a day. And I don't know this year if they don't begin the communication between towards this convention we for come October.
Well, I'll tell you something. The October convention, I don't let anybody this time I'll do the warning to every member of APC. No buy plane ticket, no waste your money, no do anything. If they tell you anything, I lie, then they lie. There won't be any convention because we hold the court case. You understand? There won't be any convention. The only thing we're certain for happen October is Anes Koroma and in Cabal, the mandates the end. Okay? And when it end, you see the C4C just do something. We then go file a lawsuit, right? Because they own executive, the mandate end. And it will be something similar. But we not allow no convention until we go to a situation. Because what we ask for, really, is simple. People call them power sharing, but not a power sharing. When you look the pattern of Anes Koroma and APC, the deception is too much. To the point where I can say, but you don't get shame not in here. You don't understand. We don't get to the point where we not trust them anymore for take we to a convention. So what the NRM says, we form an interim body. The interim body, we go made up of members of the NRM and members of the APC, not to members that we don't serve na Anes Koroma executive, but members of the APC. We get people in the APC, we still get dignity and respect. You understand? Then go there on the other side of the desk. We there on the other side. We go into the constitution. By the way, I want to let people know, NRM no ask for let we write new constitution. We ask for let we reform the APC constitution. Or what in America they can do now, they call a constitutional review. You don't understand? Which is amendments to the constitution. We not ask for new one. So we go there, we sit down, we amend the constitution, okay? And then we conduct local elections at the constituency level and district level, okay? And when we're done, we're going to the national convention. These people where they don't elect, where the grassroots they don't elect, now then they go to that convention. You don't understand. Now so APC for run. Now so the constitution say it for be. Not so they never go appoint all the delegates, then they all go inside it, and it's where they say no more, and they do. You know what I mean? You and me, we left out. So no, so the first thing I want to tell everybody, there's not going to be APC convention because APC write letter to the PPRC or then go try for meet with the PPRC for seek permission. So the PPRC writes them back. This was, I think, Thursday or Wednesday. The PPRC writes them back, say, hey, one, put this in writing because we don't talk, uno. You know what I mean? Basically, uno, the lawlessness. Uno go say PPRC don't give you right. So a PPRC put them in a very short summary letter, say, hey, we're not going to do anything because there's an injunction, and we're not going to do anything because of the COVID-19 state of emergency. So on those two grounds, the APC not going to hold convention. So the PPRC, not to the PPRC block them. Now the law where we don't file the injunction, plus the state of emergency where the president be issued.
Okay, yeah, me people don't know just to join with this Nassau Cast TV with regular program, Salon for Better. We get the deputy chairman now for the NRM when the outspoken Alfred Conteh. 9 days now, so today, Mr. Alfred, I not be want to ask you if you not be don't reach this level as a deputy chair. I not be want to ask this question for the NRM, but then tell we understand, say, you get some form of flag bearer there, we including JFK, them, John Cissé, them, because then APC they talk and say NRM them broke, una no get money, then say, including Mother Biona, then they support una, follow una, they do it, una, they do so.
Funny, my brother, funny.
Yeah.
You see what you do in introduction, you talk about big pepper and small pepper.
Yes.
You don't say the small pepper one.
Yes.
So African pepper.
No, that sponsorship they now
yes.
want
Now they come to that. NRM, we are like the small nation where they beat the big nation. In other words, the grassroots. We not get no big sponsor. All the sponsorship of the NRM now within the NRM itself. Me when they talk to you, we get people in America here, in England. We get like America, we get lawyer Suri Tarawali, we get the bulldozer, we get Ayub from UK, we get the Honorable Dauda Jawara Masare. These are people who own and I make a call local. You know what I mean? And we get people within the ordinary people. You don't understand. But this now for sure you say people committed. People they put their half money here, say we're ready for anything take for fact. Now make this thing everybody they feel say they get for win them or then they weaken we or then go in between we for divide we. It not get for happen. You know? Because the determination of the NRM based on like when they say you don't pass mark. You know what I mean? Think about it. 19 years from when the man take over. APC no get no election. Past maybe the USA, that we chapter they will make election. You don't understand. But when it comes to every office where need national recognition, now appointment. You know what I mean? So this is why most people say no more. So JFK not a sponsor. John Cissé not a sponsor. If John Cissé the sponsor NRM, I don't see anybody where go to for give that money there other than me. You know what I mean? So another sponsor NRM. And we're not a fed for nobody. I want to let people know this. We're not a fed say now this person want let this, now this person wants. You don't understand.
But then say Mother Bio they give una money for law corrupt the APC. So
yeah, I just want to say that he mentioned everybody, you don't mention Mother Bio.
For let them go less election, yes.
Well, it's funny, Mother Bio not a sponsor we. Mother Bio, I don't know how much money he gets. You don't understand. And another sponsor we follow lost the next election. If Madabio, they use anybody for low loss the next election, they use Anes Koroma for low loss the next election. I mean, think about the money opposite. I just don't give you rundown. If they deliberately take somebody where you know say this person not going able to function, it put them. You don't understand. It take Richard Conteh. All due respect to Richard Conteh. I believe say na Bombali will be get that election put and they sabi and they more. It take Richard Conteh send them na Tonko Limba who lost. It take Lansana Fadika from Western area. It send them na Potloko. Na Potloko. Kafo Bulom. We lost. You don't understand. So
what about the guy for the presidency? Was it Kamara?
Samura Kamara.
You think he's even fit for that position there?
Well, Samura Kamara considered to waiting day now. It been like night and day. You understand? So, but the way how it happened, I've been in at the hall. He get a man, he announcing him. People ask if they're Sabian. I mean, I've been one of them. I've been not saying a foreign minister, you know, but I not been known. But really, Anes Koroma, follow lost the next election, which me believe say maybe in a plan. And I want let every APC person understand. NRM, now this would be faithful. Let the popular person win. Put ballots. You don't understand. When the popular man win, we take it from there. Before they get Anes Koroma, the APC. APC not to be one tribe, not to be one region, not to be one district. You don't understand. Not to buy Uda you kiss, you know, in the end. You know what I mean? Now by how you popular, how you walk, how people like you. Now some people become something. Victor Four, what I tell you, Victor Four beat Fode and Sane. Not to what I tell you, if not that ain't called mudslide, not to landslide. In fact, an earthquake. You know what I mean? You got like 350 people in the hall. The man get 328. He beat him. Bubu self did not beat Bubu.
Victor Four over Fode and
he beat Yansane. And Yansane na be Anesi man. This is why Anes the afraid election. How you gonna say if you popular, go form your own party? No, if you say if you popular, put box. I go show you say a popular pass you.
Because
when they say if you popular, go form your own party, they drive all other popular.
Yeah, because all waiting people in the talk, because waiting make una they get more support, some people not able to come in. Even right now to the United States elections that we were happening. Some people they still get that ideology for Part 2 Ghana must go back Monica and go give the executive then for that selection. Where I believe saying that then they will not fight against, because people and they then kick out and then constituency they will not the people and they want. Now then people and they want. Then pull and then can't put to that they want. We get big names they will then call where at least you self know. Where I believe say now that's not the fact. But what you they look for opening people and the afraid is once you don't can clear and say now for the party in democratic one una the fact, that's fine. But to be afraid no more than say una get account where mother can shoot money inside it for now. For long now they make the confusion. But you don't clear and to reverse them. Let people know say that not they happen. So waiting at the word of because now you don't advise diaspora they let no buy ticket to go.
No go.
You know if you say go change before October.
But wait a minute before you go that. You can tell me what's on our budget right now, what's in the coffers.
The NRM? Well, the NRM get unlimited resources. I want to let people know this.
Unlimited
I mean,
money?
Yes. What I mean?
When I get an official bank account?
Yeah, we'll get bank account.
Okay.
But really, I'm not going to give you the exact amount, but we'll get money. But what I want to let people know...
Give me a ballpark figure.
No, I'm not going to give you because I need for talk with the thing. But I'll tell you. You see, the Bible gets a scripture. You don't understand. Bible say the God who they serve, right? He owns cattle on 1,000 hills, which means you don't need for care money. Now blessing. You don't understand. NRM now blessing. Tem can reach where them pie because APC for fight against these people. Then get machine. You don't understand. Then get machine. Then don't need a power for a long time. Then get people all over. You know what I mean? But for let we able hold them how we hold them so. For let we able bring them down to this level, where they tell you say at any time from now, the clock they tick, 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 tick. I know say all man they look October 15, but something might happen in between. You don't understand. So for let we bring them to this level, where they're able even appoint a counselor because of the injunction. Nobody not been believe say they go there to this point. If I issue press release now the North America, I don't know if you see them, but I issue press release to the North America, which is US, Canada, and every other place actually, the entire diaspora. You're not going to conduct any election where they represent a branch. You don't understand. Like the US branch, I know say them in they do, you know, we sister na namine Kose, you know, they try for become women's leader. These are all fine people and way I know, you know. Even the one that way they run for the top position, I know them personally. And I believe say they go do good job. But the key is, you know, there will no elections. Nothing. Even if you hold the election, you get elected, trust me, you're not recognized. Because until the injunction and we settle this case in a court, all we need to do is we just call, say, hey, that election they go against we interest. It's null and void. Because the judge give them warning, say, nobody, APC not for do anything, will go against the
Even
NRM.
out of the country.
Yeah, because the branch election, na Freetown and the organizer. You know what I mean? Na Freetown and the organizer, the secretariat. The last time we'll be supposed for get election, we'll get a convention in New Jersey. Then come. No so. But so they all been there. Yansane, waiting at the man in Benkailu Mansare, by Mahmoud, they all come. Then can select. When they come out, then go to UK, then go select. Everything they do under an Escoromana selection. You understand? So Naranda will file a lawsuit for. But there will be no election, no nothing, until we finish, until we get a legitimate executive in the national APC party. Currently, they're not legitimate.
So you mean like, regardless of where, they can't get any election? Even the local branches in the USA?
Local branches, even that, yes. Even local branches.
Wow.
You know,
local
branches.
What do they look forward to?
Well, this is the point.
What are the reasons for doing that?
Local branches, they operate under the jurisdiction of the current APC USA executive, correct? Which really, then have not select them. But we can ignore local branches. Like if branch one gets, we can say, okay, because then they not come from Freetown. But any election, where and Sane they say, go ahead, we put in hand, they're not legit until we finish with the case.
Okay, then what you will say lastly before you can conclude for we, because some people way at least they even make they comprehend with for at least they able understand the road where they go for say let the party reform. Then they look no more say like NRM na enemy of APC. I want today at least let you make it clear to some of them people let they understand, because the party where they at the top, they know what's in a reformation. And there are certain people and they don't benefit na the party, we continue to say then suppose for the benefits under selection.
Yeah.
Now then they a part of the party, then they against Suna. Then believe in selection. But some other people then believe say then get for go total or then study hard for let them pass the exam. They don't need leakage. So the one that need leakage at the APC now then they're against you now. So I want let you advise some youths, they let them get, let give them find, let them understand, say not to hate the party, but una let the party no more, let democracy then at the party. Like where people then don't just believe in selection. So I mean before they round up, we already give last word to people. They will not say at least you don't want couple of meeting then today before the Kana studio.
Yes.
We now are only long. So they are,
So yeah, in fact I make usually say I can come with a little suit up.
yes,
So
yes.
I've been there on the meeting, I left that meeting at Kaya, I've been there even one time I take meeting and this. But reality remains. You don't understand. The thing way you say, even the people the way they behind the NRM, you know, say, they may go after one fellow we been a part of we executive. You don't understand. Then bribe him, then pay him money, left with. You know? Because the person may go and say in the face, of the NRM.
I mean, Kailu?
Yes.
Okay.
So when you brag, say you're not the face of the thing, so then take them, they say, okay, here, since you're not the face of the NRM, do you go on like pull the case in the court? But we think this person fail for understand. All the people that we don't meet me or we don't call me, where they tell we do you want to pull the case in the court? These are people that who put box, they're not a win. Like how you say, they believe in selection. Now selection, under selection, they didn't thrive. Under Ernest Koroma, a dead leadership of the APC, now they didn't thrive. So when you tell the person, say, hey, I need you, we dey try for reform the party, so we go get a better, right, understanding, representation, and we go get quality people. We need quality people na APC. Because quality leaders, person we go able to stand up, tell you in position, a debate. Now that we need. We not they consider again before they say na mumu na this mumu na ina the thing. How we end up with mumu? You know what I mean? So the reality is, all the people who don't come to NRM say una pull the case na court. Now the one that they look for shortcuts. You know what I mean? And this case not a common na court. And I want let APC understand say the next flag bearer of the APC now elect to the elector. We go to that convention hall, we vote. So if you want to become anything, unlike what Ernest Koroma they tell you, say, if you're popular, go form your own party. And they look into the camera, they tell you, say, if you're popular, can't put box. Put box, let people vote for you. The power, they go back to the people. So now say again for me. Nobody not a beat, no shortcut this time, or they go through the right channel. You know? To the youth man out there, I want to let you know, the last time, almost presidential candidate can meet you for campaign to you. The answer is probably none. Because now Ernest Koroma been the peak. Even that little privilege, you know, say election time, even a US now some man can go be volunteer, I make small money. You know what I mean? APC will not get that. Because now one man they pick. So most of the candidates then are the Panama and the Parcela do. And I will tell you, say, all of the people who have been there on stage. Now because Ernest Koroma give them assurance. Say now you are the key. Now you are the key. You don't understand. So they all go on stage. Then go tin up. So that may not get for happen again. I want to let you know, it open now open season, open field. If you want to run for any position, any title, you can run. If you not get opposition, you go unopposed, good for you. If you get opposition, ready for campaign, go tell people why you better pass the other man. Go tell people waiting a plan for better the country. Because now they fight for. NRM, not to just, now make say for God and country. You don't understand. The infiltration and like I say, we then try for split we, they're not able. The NRM executive remain intact. You don't understand. And the reason why we remain intact, God revealed to we. Because we get people the way they say, hey, this person wants sell game. Because we don't know. You know what I mean? Like we don't know say sell game day on the way. So what do? We cut off them people there from certain information. We just been the wait. You don't understand. Yeah. So now we continue how they so. But reality remains the next APC leaders vote, then the vote would win, a win.
Okay. We thank you very much, Mr. Alfred Conteh, for what we get you today. Me people them, viewers them, when we just view, we just talked to Mr. Alfred Conteh, we can call him the outspoken man. We now the deputy chairman for the National Reformation Movement under the All People Congress. As he don't talk to now exactly waiting at the latest political development between the NRM and the APC. This now they then stand and now they stand, they still lay court. And maybe they advise up to October way and forget the convention. They say let some people not buy tickets go because I mean some advice una the diaspora una day. But if una believe in the APC leadership, whatever they say, una choose between Mr. Alfred Conteh and the All People Congress. So me people now they view we tell una thank you today and we go come to una every week and give una update. We producer today na Amjad Jalomiba, Mina Abdullah Mansari. We'll get back to una next week. Una tata.